Yeast is risen, everyone. I'm Wildman Wess, and this is What's Your Poison, where I find beers wherever I can get my thirsty little fingers on. Normally I have my episodes on Monday, but being Easter Sunday, I found some beers that are kind of in the realm of the Easter spirit to a degree. I know what you're probably thinking, Wes, what are you doing a bunch of beers that might get you in a little bit of trouble? I understand where you might be coming from. However, much like you, I am a devout connoisseur of beer, and these are no different than the beers that we drink on a daily basis. As you can see, 3 beers. Time to review them. Let's get started. Starting off our Easter special from Church Street Brewing in Itasca, Illinois, we have Heavenly Hells. This is a 5% ABV Hells Lager, and the description has single decoction mash, Pilsner and Munich's malt, Tettnang and Hellertau hops, and Munich lager yeast. A crisp, refreshing lager that's perfect for any occasion, Easter included. I have not had a good beer from Church Street in a long time. My good friend Hefe over at Beer You Beer Me introduced me to a lot of them way back in the day, especially with beers like Brucifer and Juicifer, Little Lucy. They are so good. They are so good. And looking at this is very clean. I can see through it. Hi, Mom. Looking at the head consistency, slightly thin, but it dances. And very nice. Let's take a sniff. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a little bit of that yeast. Mostly on the hops. The mash I'm not really getting. That might be more on the mouthfeel. The hops, that might be the same situation too. Well, here we go. I like that. Light in body, very nice on the mouthfeel. It has a slight sweetness, but it definitely, that mash that they talk about, that single decoction mash, I'm definitely getting kind of a dryness where I'm like a bite in a way, and I appreciate that a lot. When it comes to my grade for this, I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5. This one definitely has a lot of great flavor. However, I feel that with that lightened body, that flavor does dissipate very quickly, where I wouldn't say watered down. It's not watered down at all. It's that I want that flavor to linger, and it's not lingering as much as I was hoping. However, still a great beer. 1 down, 2 to go. Up next, from Seven Hills Brewing in Dubuque, Iowa, we have Bernie's American Red Ale. It's been a while since we've had a little bit of Seven Hills on this channel. I haven't really seen a lot of it in my area in the past, but however, it has been popping up recently at my stores, and I was saying to myself, I gotta get it back on this segment. And Bernie's American Red Ale is, as it says, American Red Ale at 5% ABV. Not much of a description, but when it comes to red ales, I'm used to them being fairly malty, some roasty toastiness, a little bit of a biscuit in there. It's been a while since I've had the Bernie's, but I do like it. But here we go. Let's get a little smell. Smells a little bit dry. Slight roast, not getting much, but that color and head consistency is still nice. Here we are. The roastiness and toastiness of this is more on the mouthfeel than on the aroma. The malt, very light. Flavor otherwise, it's not a horrible beer. It's just not what I was expecting. I'll still drink it. When it comes to the grade, I'm going to say 3 3/4 out of 5. It's one of those where you have a style of beer that you're so used to, and you have those expectations. And unfortunately for me, those expectations kind of fell flat. And not trying to take away a lot from Seven Hills. I love them. They have amazing beers. This one, a little lackluster. However, still going to drink it, and we still have one more beer to go. Closing out our Easter special this year from Avery Brewing Company in Boulder, Colorado, we have the Reverend. This is a 10% Belgian-style quadruple ale. It boasts the recipe of, let's see if my mind serves me right, sterling hops, 2-row barley, Cara 25 and 40, and special B malt, and just a pinch of Belgian sugar. Candy sugar, no less. I have not had a good Belgian ale in a while. And as I mentioned before, when it came to Church Street with Hefe giving me a lot of information on their lineup, he also got me big hooked on Belgian ales. And I'm sure this one is going to be very interesting. Ooh, that is dark. Very dark. I like it. I like it already. I'm just going to put it up to the camera there. It's almost a red. And that's interesting because when I turn this way, it looks a little more on the dark brown side. When I hit it with the light, it's got a nice redness. Let's take a sniff. Ooh, that is sweet. I'm smelling a lot of that Belgian candy sugar. Spicy. A little bit of spiciness, fruity almost. I want to say there's a bit of a cherry and almost like a currant in there. Well, here we go. There's a reason why a lot of people that have had this and reviewed it saying it's sinfully smooth. And they are correct. This, light, as weird as that is, the body is very light. The flavor isn't necessarily light watered down, but you get everything. The sweetness, that fruit flavor in there, you get that's the spices. And this is one of those at 10%. It's so good, it's dangerous. You gotta be careful with this. This is one you don't want to play around with too much. When it comes to the grade, I would say because of the light in body, I can't give it a perfect grade. Now, I know there might be some people out there that enjoy Avery Brewing stuff, especially the Reverend Quadruple Ale, and I want to say 4 3/4 out of the interest of fairness, because this is the first time I've ever had it. And I'm perplexed because, as I mentioned, 10% Belgian Quadruple Ale, light body. That is weird, but the flavor is spot on. I do appreciate what they did on this one. I should probably wrap up this Easter special before I get in too much trouble. If you've had these beers before and you agree with me, leave a thumbs up, and if not, I totally understand. If there are things that you like that I didn't like, or vice versa, put it in that comment section below. I really want to hear what you have to say about things, because in this day and age, we are dealing with a lot of negativity and a lot of just bad energy. But if there's one thing I know for sure, the best way we can come together is hanging out with a good beer. Other than that, make sure you share on social media, but most importantly, you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you check out my boy Hefe at Beer You Beer Me, as well as Beard Wizard Man for all their beer-related content. Until then, I'm Wildman Wess, and we'll see you next time on What's Your Poison, I hope, or some of the other stuff we have here on Dragonfire Entertainment. Take care, and as always, cheers.